come this side. Look where the black pole is. That line's out the water, the other side of the tree where you've put it. That black pole in the bush.
He was in the willow tree just now, so you come this way.
No, he's not, mate. He's been fishing there the whole time.
He was in the willow tree.
Corey, where's your rod been the whole time?
Have the whole light, mate. You just have all the light. Alright.
'Cause I can fly. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly.
What is going on, guys? It's Ben from the Parker Brothers and welcome back to another fishing video. Today you join me actually down Parker Baits HQ because this afternoon I'm out on the bank fishing with my good friend Theo and someone I've built quite a friendship with over the duration the last few months, and someone who uses Parker Baits and absolutely swears by it. So what I've been doing this morning, my brother's on holiday. He's actually in Benidorm at the moment. His other half has got family over there. That's why he's over there. And he keeps sending me pictures of Corona beers and all. Oh, he's loving life on the beach. But I've been over his house this morning and I've printed off all the orders. I've got an absolute wedge there of orders. And we've been very, very, very busy as a business because everybody's been trying to get their hands on the freshest bait in the game. Now, what can you expect in this vlog, guys? And firstly, before I start, if you haven't seen me before, my name's Ben. What we do is we upload every Sunday 7:30 to the Parker Brothers YouTube channel. So like I said, what can you expect in this particular video, guys? With this particular video, I'm fishing a lake called Riverfarm. Now, Riverfarm, I haven't been there in years. I used to fish there as a kid before I could drive. My dad used to drop me off down there. Basically, it's quite a small little intimate lake. Quite a few pigs on there. But it's absolutely packed full of primarily commons from what I remember, and there's a load of nossers in there. When I say nossers, I mean it's absolutely packed full of 30-pounders basically. I mean, last time I went up I was using the pole, dropped the pole, I think I only had one fish, but I think it was 34 pound or something. So there's a lot of 30-pounders in there. So that is what I'm doing. I'm going to sort of you can join me today in the factory. I'm going to, like I say, pack these orders. I'm not going to go on too much in here because I do want to do like a sole blog on the factory going forward. Like I say, I'm going to pack these orders and then I'm going to head up the lake this afternoon with Theo. So there it is, guys. So before we start this video, give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward, and hopefully I can bring you an absolute banger with plenty of nosser pigs in. I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, I'm pumping away and myself and Neil are pretty much done. You can hear them taping up in the background there. But what I was going to do is, guys, I was going to quickly sort of just show you around without showing people's personal information for obvious reasons. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you around now and basically go through, say, just 3 invoices of some of the orders that come in last night to give you a gauge of what sort of people are ordering from up and down the country. So here it is. So first up here, this gentleman's got a 5 kilo bundle there. So with this you get a fruit and nut sauce and a wafters with your orders. This gentleman's also ordered a beanie there and a flat spot. Okay, so that's that order. Next order here, 10 kg bundle. Now when you order a 10 kg bundle, guys, you do save yourself money. So again, on here then, so you can actually, when you pick 10, you can go 5 of one, 5 of another. So again, I think this is actually a lady that's ordered this one. So it's 5 kg of 40 mils in fish and 5 kg of fruit and nut. And obviously, again, you get a sauce and a pot of wafters with that again. And then the last one here, without boring you guys, is another 10 kilo bundle. And again, you can gauge there, but this is had a bolt on. So you've got fruit and nut. Fruit and nut magic dust there, which consists of 28 different food particles. You can sprinkle over it, enhances your bait, and basically makes them better than they already are. The flat spot, I've spoken about this before, is hemp oil on steroids. Fantastic product, and if you haven't tried it, guys, you need to get on it. And then finishing off with the OG fruit and nut sauce. So there it is. Again, I've turned you back around now, but yeah, I just focus. you're probably thinking, why have you showed us that, Ben? But it's quite interesting. I find it fascinating because some people, there's so many different ends of the spectrum in regards to orders. Some people just buy liquids from us because our liquids are a pure liquid food source with no bulkers in. Some people just buy the wafters. Some people just go in with the boilies. But what that would say to me is not everybody's using our boilies, which I totally respect. And if you do want to boost your particle and just use the flat spot, so be it, that's fine. If you do want to boost your hook baits with the flat spot or the sauce or anything like that, and you don't want to use our boilies and you just want to use our liquid products, that's not an issue. And I greatly appreciate you coming to Parker Baits for that reason. So there it is, guys. Orders done. I need to now drop these up the top so they're out fresh. And this is a big factor for me as well. And while we're on the subject fresh, none of our stuff stays in the freezer any longer than 2 weeks. Hence why I keep saying to you guys, this is the freshest and the best bait in the game, 100%. 100%. You need to go over to Google, check our reviews, and I think that speaks 1,000 words, guys. So there it is. Bit of bagging up from all the stock yesterday. I've got some 14 mils in here I need to do. Bag all them up, about 30-40 kilo, again fresh. They were cooked yesterday. And again, they will probably be going out for orders tomorrow when I come back. So without further ado, I'm going to crack on, do that, give everything a clean, and I'm looking forward to getting down the lake this afternoon. I'll see you in a bit. Orders, and then I go and see that. Oh, brilliant. Thanks very much. My day just gets even better, considering last week I spent 420 bloomin' quid on 2 new tyres for the rear. Oh, absolutely livid, mate. Every time. So either someone's got it in for me, or I'm just one unlucky nosser, I tell you. So I'm having great fun this morning after the tyre. Last time I used my pole up linear with Rob, the bloomin' end bit got stuck in. So the last 2 pieces, it was a chorus pole. It's like someone's bloody glued them in. I've just had to saw that end off there and do it. So yeah, brilliant, great. My day just gets even better today. Positive vibes though. And I think it's chorus, if you are watching this, hint mate, I'd love a new pole. I really would. But anyway, now this is where I'm at the moment. Bait prep there. I prepped this yesterday. OG fruit and nut and the 14 mils with the sauce on them and a little bit of magic dust. OG fish there with a little bit left over from the stuff we packed the bags a minute ago, or Neil's packed the bags a minute ago. OG fish sauce and again magic dust. 1 Mercedes with a flat tyre. Now I've got to put out. Thank you, mother. Thank you, mother. You have saved my life today. I'm ringing Theo like, mate, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she said, look, you can borrow the car, but I need it back tomorrow. So thank you. I'm going to move that over, probably drop this car back tomorrow. I've got my mate Tom coming down to fix this. 200 and something odd quid again. Oh, mate, it just gets even better, doesn't it? But comes in free, so yeah. Oh, actually, I don't want to say that. I don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, time to put the stuff from here into here carefully, because if I don't do that right, my God, I'm in trouble. And yeah, a bit of a tidy up in here. Sort this pole out like I just mentioned. Neil's topping up some sauces today. Yeah, big delivery there of ingredients. I've got hook baits over there drying. Oh, there's a roller up there. Look, let's just go in here. So there's my dad there. Look at this. Oh. Yeah. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Well, he's done it. I mean, I've lost probably 1.5 meters there, but it's usable, I guess. Right, let's get this in carefully. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at these. Neil smashed it. These were made yesterday. OG fish in the 14 mils, fresh as fresh. Look at that. Right, time to get these in the freezer. Beautiful. Hey, Jeremy's just come down. Definitely a loyal customer of mine and someone who's been buying it off us for months now. Again, someone else who's very confident in the bait. He's just come down, dropped me some Garibaldi's, and he's been ripping up a few lakes recently, and I think one of them's no publicity, so I won't be putting up pictures up on the screen now, guys, for that reason. So a few more bits to do now. I've got to cure these hook baits here behind me with some crystallized dark pink rock salt, and I love the stuff, so I'm going to be doing that now. Boosting them up with a few bits, and they need to cure over the duration the next couple of weeks, and they will be live back on the website. So there it is, that's the plan of action now. I'll see you in a second. There you go, like Neil just said, there you go, it comes in freeze and it's just coming the third. I've got salt in my eyeball. But we're smiling and we're keeping positive, and that's all I can do. Smashing it out. My tyre's actually getting fitted out here now. Massive shout out to these guys out here. Thank you very much. Tom, legend. Here's the chops we offer when it decides to focus. So there's the chops. OG Fish. We chop so you don't have to. Now, joke aside, when you're on the bank, guys, you can they're in a bag, chop, ready for you. So there's no messing about when you're bank. You can literally take them out of the bag, put them in your bucket, mix them with your whole boilies or whatever you're mixing with, particle, etc. And boom, you're fishing. So there it is. That is the OG Fish chops. And it's been doing some absolute whackers up and down the country as well. And when I say whackers, I mean 40 pounders. So last job for me now, I've just got to clean that machine so I don't cross-contaminate. Although stuff's not for human consumption, I like everything to be clean. It's clean. So I'm going to do that in a second. And the lads couldn't do it, so they done it, plugged it, but the hole's too severe, so they're coming back out 2 o'clock, and I'm going to get this tyre changed, which I'm a bit gutted about, but it is what it is. What you do, sit here and cry about it? It's frustrating, yes, and £200 I do not want to be spending at the moment, to be honest, when I got Hungary in 2 weeks, which is already costing me an arm and a freaking leg. So 2 o'clock, but I'm lucky because I've got the, like I said, I can take that, so I'm going to take that, and I'm much appreciated. So clean this machine. Parker bait's cool now, I've got to take that, and yeah, head to the lake. Happy days. Right, well, I'm going to make this short and sweet, guys, because it is raining and I don't want to get soaked. So this is the lake, this is his house, and this is the lake, and they've also got a tackle shop now on site and a bait company behind there. So what a place, what a place. This place has evolved massively in the last 10 years, I must say. I'm already getting water on the lens, loads of nossers down there to be had, and our pegs are just up here, and I think I'm fishing out towards that willow bit over there. So I'll see you in a sec. I'm going to get my gear, head down, and I'll touch base with you when I'm all set up and dry. See you in a bit. Hey, so there's the man himself, there's Theo. I'll introduce you to him later. So there's this big tree in front of us. I'm in this peg, there's someone turning up at 6 nights. Everything's quite close together here, but that's not to put anyone off. So I'm in this peg. There's fish out there, blooming sucking on the top. I saw a 25 pounder over there as well, behind that as well. There's fish all over sucking on the top, but you can't surface fish on it. You can fish over zigs, but they got to be underneath. Obviously you can't fish an over depth zig, but there's fish down here, there's fish down here, so that's something I'm definitely going to do. I have put some bait in underneath the willow. I think 99.9% of the anglers are getting this swim, because your bit of water starts from the end of the island to sort of the end of the willow there, and that is my water in this particular swim. Bivvy's already set up, excuse the water down there, mind, but yeah, absolutely buzzing for it. I mean, like I said, this has been on the cards for quite a while now. Not so much where I am or what I'm doing, but just nice to have some good company, and hopefully we can bag some absolute nossers over the duration next 48 hours. In the morning I've got to get up, I've got to head to the factory, and then I'll be coming straight back down, but hopefully I can nick a few between now and then. Come on the carp. Whoop, whoop. Right, so Corey's just rocked up, he's come down to chill, and to be fair, he was going to have a little fish, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to fish something a little bit different. So I just said to him, he's like, nah, I'll fish a washing line. I said, I'm going to put some bait over there. So in a second, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a play, me and Corey. He's going to have the right hand rod, I'm going to have the left hand rod. And I said to him, let's see who can catch one first. So we'll have a little laugh in a minute. He's going to do his thing, I'm going to do my thing, and then I'll completely keep you in the loop of what's going on. You've got obviously Theo over there to the left, like I mentioned a minute ago, and again I'm sure we'll touch base later on. He's got some food, he has went in this session. I'm looking forward to food later. So let me flick you around. So there it is. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. The gentleman behind me's just rocked up. I'm going to fish underneath that willow with a pole and drop it where I've seen fish already, and from what Corey just said to me, he's going to fish some kind of washing line setup just to the right of that, which is absolutely fine. So it's going to be interesting to see what produces a bite quicker, and we'll even see if we can get one. So I'll keep you updated, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, so very quickly, guys, Corey's going to be fishing the fruit and nut, I'm going to be fishing the fish. Sorry, I've showed you the complete wrong ground there. There's a fruit and nut, there's the fish. I'm going to put the fish on, and we're going to go around in a second. Corey, you're going to be looking at them rods thinking they're not your rods, Ben. No, they're not my rods, because I've sent my reels and my reels off for a service. My rods are in the car, but Corey's kindly let me borrow them for 48 hours to get me through this little predicament.
So what we're going to do is we've got a rod out each at the moment. He's going to fish the right hand rod, I'm going to fish the left hand rod. He's going to do what he does, I'm going to do what I do, and then it's going to be very interesting. Like I said, we're both fishing obviously Parker baits, but a bit of the sort of the fruit. See, Cory loves his sort of fruit sweety side of baits, although I know for a fact he loves his fish as well. But the particular lake that he fishes, or some of the lakes that he's fishing, got a lot of catfishing, so you've got to tweak to your own sort of needs. So he uses a lot of the fruited nut at the particular lake he's fishing at the moment, and as you guys know, I love the OG fish, so I'm going to go in with the OG fish. Cory's going with the OG fruited nut. Let's see, and the fish has just moved right over there, right in the middle. Exciting stuff. Come on the carp, and come on the nossers. I'll touch base with you when we're over there. I'll see you in a second. Right, well, I didn't get any video, guys, but I'm sure you'll see me do it again. I've literally put the bait in the scoop, 9-inch boom, tipped it underneath right where I've put the bait earlier. So again, like I said earlier, I will probably show you that again. That's what my rod is. Happy days. And there's Theo over there, and then Cory's just over here to our left, and he's setting up a washing line now, so it's going to be interesting to see how he goes about doing this.
Tighten this one up.
Right, so what I'm going to try and do is just without interrupting Cory and doing what he's doing. So washing line, what is a washing line setup? So basically it's a clever way of getting your line lay 110% to your rods and keeping it off the spot and coming in from a different angle. So what he's done is he's got the line coming down here and fishing. Whereabouts are you fishing, mate? Where is the rod? Just down here. Literally just down here. Obviously there's the line there off the top of the water. Again, you're not seeing it, guys, because the camera's not going to pick it up, but his other line is going down to here. So when he gets a take, you'll find that it'll just be a drop back on your rod. If you get a single beep, you hit it, because that's obviously a fish, because what it does is it pops out of there, you're in contact with the fish, and that is exactly how it works. And that's a washing line. Again, if you haven't seen me talk about these before, guys, Newlands Hall Fishery, which is I was up there, and I talked in great depth of exactly what I was doing and why I fish them and how I fish them. So if that's something you want to watch or learn, go over to the channel, check that video out, and it's on there and in great depth. So stop waffling, my little heart's beating. I'm going to go back round there now, and I'll see you in a second. No, that's alright, go on. Just trying to be real with people and show you what Cory's doing. You know, he said to me, I've given him a bit of bait. He goes, mate, give me a handful. So I've literally given him a handful of the mix I've got, a mix of the OG fish, OG fruit and nut, and some chops in there. And what he's done is he's just pittering it all around there. And again, it's very interesting because everybody's got their own take on how they fish, the reasons why they do certain things, and I find it fascinating. I really, really do. But look at it, it's not very big. It really isn't very big. But if you're new to carp fishing and you want to try something a little bit different, it's definitely worth getting down there and giving it a try. You know, there's loads of 20-pounders in here. If you haven't caught a 20-pounder before, again, get down there, because you've got a very, very good chance. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. That's all sorted, rods are out, bish bash bosh. Just going to take you up here. So you wouldn't believe some of the scenario we've just had. Mate comes over, I go, you alright, mate? He goes, yeah, where are you fishing? I said, oh, just in front of my swim, mate. I'm going to fish, obviously, the willow directly in front of me. And if you go in that peg and you look on the map on the lake, it literally is directly out in front of it. And all you've got is from the end of the island to the willow. So you haven't really got much water in there. And the bloke goes to me, no, I'm fishing the willow. I goes, what? He said, no, I'm fishing the willow, that's my water. I said, well if you're going to cast, he's further up from me, if you're going to cast over to the end of the willow, how can I fish the swim? So in the end, again, I don't want to put it down on the situation, guys, but pulls the map up, goes, so you just think, what is the matter with some people? Oh, I'm a local, I come up here a lot. Well, mate, I live 20 minutes up the road and all. I don't fish here a lot, but I'm definitely local, you know. But it is what it is. So what we've done is, me and Cory have went for it. Like I said, you saw me, this happened before we put the rods out. But I said, no, we've got to go for it. We're going to put the rods out. So this will be interesting to see whether there are any predicaments. But I'm sure we won't. And like I said, I'm keeping positive and we're going to enjoy our stay down here. And like I said, this is Theo's swim. So in front you've got his rods out there. I don't really know where he's fishing, but I know that he's definitely got one over to his right. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he gets on over the duration the next 48 hours. He's got the same bivvy as me, look, as well. Look at that bad boy. But apparently this is the one man. Now I've got the two. I don't see much difference, but he reckons they're definitely different. They're still nossers, mate. Yeah, maybe mine is the one, man. I reckon mine is, you know. Maybe, I don't know. Lovely, 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 lovely bed chair he's got there. I like that camo. But yeah, another avid HQ guy. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Look at that. Come out of the blooming water, that did, right in the middle. That's well within Theo's rods. So I think he needs to get a rod out there. I'll touch base with you guys in a bit. I'm literally gonna just lock onto the water now and yeah, see what's going on. See you in a bit. Right, wow, first little tiny bit of action. I had a single beep on the left hand rod, obviously up where I'm fishing underneath that willow, and then probably 30 seconds into that, 2 more beeps. So that's reassuring, and I would say that's a liner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that camera there now, and hopefully an absolute nosser takes it, and I'll see you in a bit. I can't help myself, can I? I can't sit still for more than 2 minutes. But I'm going to head round because Cory's obviously got the rods over there. They're only fishing 2 rods, by the way. And I thought I'd just have a little look at the margin and see what's going on. The wind's kicking and it's going this way. But I have done well up here fishing on the back of the wind. But God knows if it's evolved. It's been a long time. Alright, let's be quiet now. I'm going to come in. Let's have a look. Look at this. Wicked. Nothing obvious in front of me at the moment, if I'm brutally honest with you. That's what I'm seeing. No bubbles or anything. Nothing down this end. Hopefully tonight it goes off, but bait is literally just down there. Right, I'll touch base with you in a little bit. I'm going to sit there for a little, 5 minutes, have a little look, see if I can see anything, lock onto the water, come on the carp. Well, we've both just sat back then and it looks so good for a bite out there, it really does. There's nobody fishing this bank. The wind has been continuously sort of pushing across. It has flicked now, the wind ever so slightly, to be honest with you, because when I was walking around there a minute ago, it's sort of going across, sort of a bit all over the show. But then we are in sort of a bit where the bank goes up there, goes up the back there, and it's sort of flat. You've got a river that goes across the back, so I would imagine that would play about with how the wind affects the top of the water. Even earlier, I know Theo next to me is fishing flat spot on, and there was like a thick flat spot trailing straight towards the willow, meaning the wind was going across and it's picking up that oil slick and it's taking it across the top of the water. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, it really is looking good out there. It really is. Like I say, Cory's got his rod out to the right. The gentleman next door has put his rods out. He's actually fishing over there, thank God. So we haven't had any predicaments, which is nice. But I think Lewis is coming down this evening as well, and I'd imagine he'll fish that other bank. So again, if he catches anything this evening, I'll reel him a rods, go round, get some footage, and I'll show you. But for now, that is the update. Come on the carp, come on the Parker baits, fingers crossed. Can't do much more now, but if I don't have something in the next hour, I'll maybe play about with something. I'll see you in a bit. Talk to me then, mate. Now, what are you doing then, mate?
Well,
we've just went over, haven't we, and had a little look. Let me come out. But yeah, we just went over and had a little look. What are you saying?
well, apparently there's some weed over there, judging by a little technical thing.
Yeah, no, we took a deeper out, didn't we, mate?
And it's now played in my head.
Yeah.
basically.
Well, so again, I'm going to do a full. So Deeper have been in touch. They've sent over a Deeper. I am going to do a full video on a Deeper, but Cory was like, "Get the thing out." So we did. We had a play of it. Took it out there, dropped it in. It was pinging fish. He pulled it over to the right hand side of this tree, isn't it, where we fished, where you're fishing your shopping line. And it was like green, wasn't it? Like thick green bit. It was showing.
It was showing
2
the
foot up.
bottom, and then it was showing clear that there was vegetation between
That's
the
it.
bottom and the top of the water, and that. It's being this little place. It's played in my head because there's no weed in it. There's no weed, no sunlight can get to the bottom. It's featureless basically. There's not a lot of features in here, unfortunately, and the weed is the last thing I thought I was going to be finding, and now I have.
Exactly that.
It's played in my head a lot. So I'm going all out with a big old stiff hinge.
Let's have a look then, mate.
Stuck in my hand.
So we like I said after that, so we went over, we said look, we need to redo the rod. So he's come round, he's made one frantically. And what you got there then, mates, you've got a
12-inch boom.
big old boom.
About a 5-inch chod section, I suppose, this stiffer.
And this is something you're happy fishing up to 200 yards, mate, as well, aren't
well, yeah, if I can get it that far.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
so
yeah,
to
yeah,
speak,
yeah.
I could quite happily fish that anyway.
you know, 160 plus, no problem. Like in singles at range. And you know you're performing and you know you're fishing as well, because when you're fishing that long, and we were talking about, we were all three of us, me, Theo, Cory earlier, right, he's going to take that kink out because I know someone's going to comment.
No, I like
that. But yeah, no, the longer it is, if you are fishing on weed, it's got that effect. With the kicker on the end, it sits back and you're just fishing 110% all the time. So hopefully, mate, that bag's a nosser.
Well, I just don't want to put a zig out, so I think that's closest. It's not quite on the bottom, it's not quite on the top, is it? It's,
Amen.
It's a happy medium.
Yeah,
so
no, let's give it a go then, mate.
Bash.
Happy days. Theo is an absolute animal. Every time he comes over, he brings a bit more food. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. And these bad boys, I tried one of them a minute ago and it was absolutely unbelievable, to be honest with you. I haven't had one of them before, I don't think. And obviously, the Garibaldi's in one of Theo's mates give me these, so thanks very much, mate. You're my favourite. But yeah, there's a view.
Got a flat spot out there at all, mate.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So Corey's just commented on that. Look, if I zoom in, if you see it over the back, so obviously Theo's fishing the flat spot. Injected PVA bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, PVA bag, injected PVA bag, and look at the state of that, mate. That is hemp oil on steroids. It is pulling off the back and absolutely flicking across the it's beautiful, it really is, and fingers crossed he can nick one. But that is where we're at for now. I think it's around 5 o'clock. Cory said or something a minute ago. Come on the carp, come on the pigs. Right, wow, I said to Cory looked at me, I said, look mate, if you don't put a single on that, I'm going to. So he's picked his rod up and put one absolutely on the money over there. It's probably about a rod length off the willow, and we've seen, what, 5 shows in the space of 2 minutes, 10 minutes?
About that.
Yeah, madness, innit? Wow, I've got itchy feet again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this out. I said basically a 9-inch boom with a little kicker on the end there. It's £35 boom material. Let me just get that on me, bear with me a second. I've got an OG Fish wafter straight up, no toppers, no nothing, but I've also got 40 mils in the mix over there, which just suit that down to a T in my eyes. I've got a little, probably just under the size of a golf ball there, of our new pellet that I've been playing about with, and it's also got the flat spot in, and I've been soaking the pellet in the flat spot, and it's, well, honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. A little bit of foam fished on the hook to help with the presentation, so when what I find is the PVA breaks down first and the foam does pop up. A lot of people think it doesn't. It's just something I've done and played about with it in tank. I feel that breaks, foam comes up, drops down, presentates on top of that little beautiful PVA bag there, or mesh bag. And what I'm also going to do is fish and bait in the scoop as well. And again, what I'll do is I'll touch base over there in a second and I'll talk through that as well. But that's where I'm at the moment. Right, well, I'm going to try and attempt to sort of find and show you what I'm doing here. Try and get the water out of that, shake that bit. That goes down there. This here goes on there. Leader here, which I've just cast over, that was very convenient. I'm trying to do this and make things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch base in a second when I've got it all looped round. And right, first point of call, what I've done is I've got my pole, got a big lead, and I've wrapped it round 3 times round the pole. I know that's not going to come off. Pulled the rubber back down so I know the lead can't pop off. Now I'm going to keep my tip up. No, if I go like this, I can't sort of roll it, so he's going to have to reel it. Right, let me see if I can lift this up. I'm going to go like this to Cory. Now he's tightening up. He knows exactly what I'm doing. So to waken the whole lake up. Right, now I've pulled that tight now, so I'm going to try and get some strength from a rod. Bear with me, guys, this is absolutely horrendous because I'm trying to do this whilst holding the camera. So I'm going to pull it out with my hand. Look, bosh. There we go. Right, now you can see what I'm doing. So I'm coming in like this, but I need to obviously get it through all this muck. So what I'm going to do is, Cory's obviously going to keep it tight. I'm going to get down there till I've got it tight, and then in a second I'll come back to you. I'll explain. Right, now this is exactly why I've said it's perfect. So now I've pulled that in. There's the line lay now, it's going straight through. I've pulled it through all that muck up there and carefully got the line lane perfect. So when I go out with the pole in a second, Cory can tighten up ever so slightly, or I can hold the line, which I'm probably going to do, feel for a donk, and I'll show you that in a second, so bear with me. Right, well, I'm in a bit of a predicament here because I'm trying to get filming whilst holding this pole, but what I'm going to do is, look, this is right off the back of the spot there, trying to get it close. My phone's still up. I'm going to drop now. It's thumped down. Lovely. Happy days. Line lay, absolutely beautiful and on point. Flick that round, get the last bits off. I can see Cory tightening up now, it's just flicked past that branch. That's a bite, mate. That was lovely. That was absolutely beautiful. I just wanted that last bit there, explain that. So, to be honest, I didn't hold on to the line and feel for a donk myself. Obviously, I'm fishing a longer leader than a longer boom section than I normally do, for that reason, that I know I can get that presentation with the bit of foam on the top. But as I've put the pole out, I know that there's like a branch sticking out to the left of me, so I couldn't sort of manually do it myself. So as I've pushed it out, I've sort of flicked it off, and then it's dropped off it perfectly, and then I've seen Cory sort of pull up to it. Anyway, he's pulled, I'm pushing it, and with that I've then holding my hand out and went, come on, push, give me a bit more. So I went a bit more in, as far as I can in, where the last bit of the baited spot, but in the deeper water, and then I've dropped it. And as I've dropped it, it's pinged off the branch, and everything went right, because it's a 5 ounce lead, for Christ's sakes. It's going to come straight off because I've only just pushed it on. And that's a bite. So fingers crossed I can get this in. Get this in. That's pretty confident, isn't it, really? Fingers crossed I can bag one, get it in, and show you. I'll see you soon. Oh. Beautiful. Even the blokes the other side laughed because it was so perfect.
Oh, good shot.
Even the guy next door to us saying good shot. There he is.
You've been in the willow, would you?
Let's blow some smoke up his arse. It's absolutely going off up here. I mean, not so many sort of visual shows the duration in the last 10 minutes, but prior to that they were coming out like freaking dolphins over here in the middle, loads of them. Out there now it's just fizzing. Right now there's chop on the water, but at the end of that chop, oh, go on bruv, live take, that'd be nice. Go on, Cor. But yeah, flat spot coming up there, exactly where Theo's got his bait out. He's fishing the fish, OG fish. Cool, go on rods, that'd be nice, that'd be lovely. Your line's quite slack, mate, isn't it?
Look where the line meets the water.
Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, it's just tapping. Or is that bubbles coming up near it?
That's what I can't figure out.
It's bubbles, mate, isn't it? Next to it, yeah. How weird's that? That's deceiving, that. So his line, so again the camera's not picking up, the line is going really slack to the water, and then as his line meets the water, there's like these bubbles, and it was coming up directly on the line. It almost looked like the line was twitching, but it's not. I think it's just bubbles coming up, and obviously the wind there and all. So fingers crossed. I'm coming back to you very soon. Mr. Ramsey over there, we've got a barbecue tonight, and he is I'm looking forward to it, mate, because I'm actually getting pretty hungry. I'm going to turn into a nosser pig after all these sweets and all these delights that I've had put in front of me today. Really blessed, mate. Look at, oh, I know I've showed you already, but I've got my boldies there, I'm happy. But come on the carp. I know I keep doing it, but I don't think it's going to be long, and I think it's going to be in the next couple of hours where something drops and happens. Look at this, mate. What we got then, bruv? Oh my god. Look at this. Carolina Reaper. Bum level. Yeah, you ain't going to be able to walk tomorrow, Ben. So, we're going to give that a bash. So what you got then, mate? Talk us through. You have one in
some nice bits of pork.
Lovely jubbly. That looks banging.
And we've got some burgers.
Oh, look at them posh burgers, mate. Lovely jubbly. They look nice.
And we've got some mushrooms to go on the burgers.
Oh, they're nosser mushrooms, mate. Look at it.
And a bit of cheese.
Lovely jubbly, mate.
And that's our dinner for tonight.
Absolutely beautiful. God, he's went in. So, hot sauce, some burgers, some pork, and some buns. The barbecue's on. Oh, posh ketchup.
Banging ketchup.
Oh, look at that, mate. He's went in, old Theo. Happy days, mate. He does not mess about, does he? Look at this. Just smashed another burger. My mouth's twanging at the moment. And this stuff, oh god, I've got to hide my fingers now. It's like I'm back at work. Had a bit of cheese in there and that and all, but the pork's on now. There's ketchup as well, by the way. I'm normally a Heinz guy, but that there is like the Rolls Royce of the ketchup world. Definitely loves it. Right, that goes down.
Come on, you fish.
Yeah, come on the carp. Got my water there. And a couple of ducks have just dropped down. The matey's moved from peg one over into the corner over there. Cory's just seen the fish on top of him. Hopefully we're in for a hectic night. It really would be nice. Cory's not doing the night tonight. He's actually heading home in an hour, or I don't know how long, a couple of hours or something. But I think when he does go, I'm going to take the rod and probably put it underneath that tree again and put all my eggs in one basket, if you like. But I know they do like underneath that willow. A lot of bait goes underneath. I don't know if people bother using the pole. I'm sure people do. It was a bit of a work-up getting the bait underneath there, but you know, at the moment the line lays absolutely 100%. So that rod's not coming in. That right-hand rod, I'll probably move to the left and then put the left-hand rod to the right of where I put the bait. So that's what I'm going to do, I think, later on. But again, I'll keep the loop. Looking forward to the. We've had the main course. Now the second main course. Come on the cart. First nosser of this evening. He is in. Just cooking the pork chops there, and the rod absolutely melted off. I was like, "You're in, mate!" He runs over, hits into it. Come on, the carp. It was inevitable, really, mate, wasn't it? Let's be honest. They've been there for a long time, haven't they?
Showing constantly.
Showing one after the other, after the other, after the other, and eventually it's happened. And fair play to you, mate. Oh, fingers crossed we can get this in. I'm going to let you go, and I'll touch base with you in a second. I take that.
I reckon 28. You stay where you are. No pressure. Just saying.
No pressure, just saying. Savage, man. You watch a nosser come out now. Just take your time, mate. Loosen up if you need to. Let it go, mate, if it needs to go. Let me get you some water for that, mate. He's hooked into jaws.
There's no one fishing here.
Oh.
Did you get that ball?
Bosh.
Bosh.
We still ain't seen it. Where is it, mate?
£28.
You reckon? I reckon 10. What is that?
28 ounces.
28. Oh no! I think he's caught the smallest fish in the day. Oh, nossers! Cool, beautiful.
I'm gonna go see what he's saying.
Maybe £29.
That's the smallest one I've ever caught.
It's a nice one though, isn't it?
It's pretty.
Beautiful little fish, mate. He's got a head on it. Look. Whack. Let's get her up and we'll. So there it is. First one for Theo.
Water face.
Yeah, yeah. OG. What was it? OG fish.
OG fish. Yeah, and little PVA bag, a little bit of the flat spot, and a little bit of the OG fish sauce.
Happy days, mate. Good man.
Some bigger ones come along.
Yeah, you know. Happy days.
there, mate,
Get
yeah?
in there.
Just coated them in the flat spot.
Yeah.
A little bit of Himalayan salt,
Yeah.
and a little bit of the OG fish.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Mate, they've come out lovely, and they're still very, very hard baits. You know, you could fish them at range, couldn't you, with ease,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, they're not coming off.
Yeah, happy days, mate. I'll let you get your rod out. Straight up, no BS. That is how he's been fishing that. And well, clearly it's doing fish, just like you just said, mentioned. But hopefully a big boy comes along.
That's it, yeah.
Proper nosser tonight. £30 would be lovely. Come on, the OG fish, mate. Happy days. So Theo's going to talk me through exactly what he's doing here, and how he's been fishing, sort of making the bags as well.
So I'm just using some PVA mesh.
That's the ESP stuff,
ESP
mate.
stuff,
It's
that's
banging,
it.
innit? It's the
It
best
is.
stuff out there. You ain't getting better.
You ain't getting
You
better.
just, we all said it earlier, didn't we?
That's it, how much of it we use every week, it's ridiculous.
Right.
But I just stuff a little bag. I don't bother with the plastic tubes myself because I always lose them. And
Nah, fair play. Yeah.
I just went for a little bag.
Yeah.
More than that in there, to be fair.
And that's straight up OG fish. So what?
Crumb.
Actually, you've got some
OG
other
fish
naughties in
crumb.
there as well, haven't you?
There is a little bit, yeah. There's a little bit of pellet in there as well.
Lovely.
Real fine pellet, 2 and 4 mil. but not much of it at all, and a bit, like I say, a bit of Himalayan salt.
Love. You know what I did find, and I found this quite fascinating earlier. He said, you know, when I want to make really small stuff and all the little bits fall through. Now I know it's a little thing, guys, but if I pull this up in here and down behind, so where he's put his main drying bag in a bag, what you actually get is all this real fine, beautiful sort of like dust there. So that'd be perfect for like a PVA bag, stitch you in,
yeah,
stick mix. And to be honest, I can't sit here and say I've thought of that myself, because that there, but that's definitely something I'm going to do in my own fishing. So I think that's absolutely fantastic, mate. What a great idea. Right, so moving on. So you've made your bag.
Once I've got my bag,
yeah,
I get my flat spot.
Yeah.
Give it a little shake, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I just squeeze it all over.
Yeah. And this is
drop it in.
PVA friendly, guys, as well. The flat spots. So you're dropping it in. What's that? The magic dust. The OG fish.
Giving it a shake around in the pot.
And see, again, that there is clever in itself, because normally, and you've seen me do this before, guys, I clip the rig on myself and I put it in, and potentially that could scar the hook point. But by doing it how he's just done that, you completely eliminate that. So again, this is why I love watching other people do it in their own little ways, because you can pick up different things and then obviously adapt your own fishing. So sorry, mate, carry on.
No, that's quite alright. Then a bit of sauce, cover that over as much as well.
Lovely.
I just find the mixture of the two works wonderfully.
Right, okay, yeah.
Back in there
It's
again.
just done you some good fish recently,
That's
mate.
it has, yeah. It's done me some very good fish, and I cannot fault it. Hence why my pot's very low.
Look at that, mate.
And then that's my finished bag.
When that decides
all
to
that
focus,
goodness.
Yeah, look at that. It's all sort of sucking into the magic dust there, and obviously a lot of this will hit on impact, but then also a lot of it will pull to the bottom, flick up, won't it, and make sort of work its magic.
And I am literally just clipping them on.
Look at that, mate. Absolutely beautiful. Fair play. Let's get this out there then, mate. So a fish is just showed, and that is 2 foot off it. Fair play, mate. You're definitely in the zone there, and fingers crossed it's not long and I'm coming back over and we're checking in with Theo and seeing what he's got. Come on, the carp. Corey's doing the night. He's went out, paid his money, and he's doing the night now, which is nice. So yeah, so in a second he's going to take one of his rods and I'm going to bring another rod over, fish that. I'm happy. Hopefully we can catch some fish. Sorry? Mate, the guy's come over to you earlier, Corey's come over to you very nicely, and he's turned around and he's shown you a map. Then your map reads you can go up to that tree.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was throwing it back this way.
You throwed it right in front of the other side of the tree, out your bounds, and you threw it to the left.
Throwing it towards the tree.
Come this side. Look where the black pole is. That line's out the water, the other side of the tree where you've put it. That black pole in the bush.
He was in the willow tree just now, so you come this way.
No, he's not, mate. He's been fishing there the whole time.
He was in the willow tree.
Corey, where's your rod been the whole time, mate?
Which one?
The gentleman's saying, no, you weren't fishing there, you were fishing under willow. He just went over and see where your black pole is, and just put a load of bait out in front of it.
I can't see a black pole.
There's a black pole right there, mate.
Where I had that washing line. Stand here, look.
Where the line's going.
Black pole,
See the black pole in the bush, where you've just put that...
This bush here, yeah. Right, that tree there is mine. Yeah. On the right hand side of it,
yeah.
Right, you just have the whole light, mate. You just have all the light. Alright.
Yeah, let's get pulled down here, mate. Yeah, I agree.
I just showed you.
I ain't out for an argument, mate. I'm just... You've seen a piece of paper that says you can't fish past that, and you just went and put bait on the hook. I don't see the logic in that at all. Simple science. I'm not arguing with you, mate. I'm fed up with it. It's sad. It's really sad. I've come here to come fishing. It's sad. You couldn't write it, could you? Could not believe that around there, that guy. You know, obviously he's come round when we first got here, very quickly when we first got here. Corey's fish, and he sort of go round. He goes, "Where you fishing, mate?" I said, "Oh, in the willow." He goes, "I'm going to fish on the end of the willow." Not your water, mate, because on the map, obviously it finishes at the end of the thing. We thought we sorted it. She comes round, he bakes up his thing, then he carries on walking around. Turns up, and looks at Theo and goes, sort of looks over, starts throwing bait in right in front of where we got the shopping line, washing line. And why I keep saying that, that washing line going through. And I'm going to the black pole there. I'm pointing at it, and where he's thrown the bait was 2 foot in front of the black pole, which is where he was fishing. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of knocked me back a bit, to be honest. I mean, I come fishing to get away from all the dramas, and all of a sudden you get that, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm not going to record me doing this. I'm going to drop the pole just to the right of the spot. Hopefully I'll catch some carp tonight, and yeah, I'll probably touch base with you later on now after I've had a bit of a, and watch the water. So, I'll see you in a bit. Very quickly, I don't know if I showed you the mix, but OG fish, OG fruit and nut, chops, OG fish sauce, OG fruit and nut sauce, and basically all bunged in there. And to be honest with you, it's not something I normally do go that crazy, but it's only because I had a load of leftover stuff from all the mixes, so that's literally what I've done. Come on, the cup. So just for argument's sake, all of that, all of this bit here is this water here, all up into the tree, comes round here. There's our shopping line there. I've got from the end of the tree down here to the end of the willow, so I've got that little bit. He starts putting bait in down there. Anyway, that's that. Point proven. Wow, last bit of sort of light out there now, something's just boshed out there then. But plan of action is I'm going to get some sleep, and again, right there, that's mental. If you can see that, just through there. But yeah, I'm going to sort of pack up now, or not pack up, or sort of wrap up now, if you like, and get some sleep. And hopefully I'll get woken up by a fish, or one of us do. I honestly don't think it's going to be long. I reckon it's going to be like 1, 2 o'clock, around that sort of time, but it's looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that. There's actually a railway track that goes across the back there. So you hear that. The gentleman's house. Paul, lovely guy. And the gentleman that owns the lake lives in a house up there, and there's a shop on site. Really has transformed in the last 10 years. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Soon, hopefully. Wow. It didn't happen again. And if I'm honest with you, no fish come out last night. No fish did come out last night, did they? Corey's gone. He left this morning about just after 7 o'clock. And yeah, it's been a bit of a weird night, to be honest. I mean, we had a bit of predicament about 2 o'clock. It seems to all happen up here, I tell you. You had mateys making Gollum impressions. I think they've had too much to drink the other side of the bank, and this was going on and on and on and on till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And in the end, I think Corey snapped, because to be fair, I think they weren't long left, and I was going to say something, and basically said, "Can you shut up across the lake?" And that's it. And then all of it, ever since that point, it just went completely quiet. Thank God. So anyway, moving on. This morning, 6:15, had my first beep. Right hand rod bobbing, pulls up. Here we go. Looks over, saw a slight bit of fizzing over there, but not enough for me to say that's 100%. It could be, and it was quite, the wind was sort of trickling that way this morning as well, so it could have been. There's also some fizzing over to the right as well, so I couldn't say it was on the spot. I'm not going to sit here and say it was on the spot. I don't know whether it was. And then sort of half an hour later, another 2 beeps, right hand rod. I thought this could be it. And then, to be honest with you,
I've just drunk it now. Theo's just come over with a lovely coffee, and then probably about 10 minutes prior to that, him coming over, I had another beep. So what I am going to be doing is, I'm going to be, like I said to you earlier guys, going up the factory today, packing some orders. And as I've said that, I've just seen a stream of bubbles come up directly on that right hand rod again, right underneath the bush. So that's a good sign. So yeah, plan of action today is, obviously I don't mention yesterday, I'll go pack the orders and then I'm going to come back and then we're going to carry on, then I can chill out a bit then. Looking forward to some lovely dinner. Theo killed it last night. That dinner was some of the best food I've had in a long time, to be honest. Had the lovely burgers and that, and with the mushroom in it. The pork definitely filled a hole. After a long busy day, sometimes you just need some decent food, and that certainly was decent food, and like I just said, some of the best food I've had in a while. But yeah, that's the plan of action. Before I leave, I'm going to be a little bit clever, I think, because I've got half a bucket of bait. Obviously I'm going up the factory, so what I might do is just dump the bucket of bait obviously over the spot where I'm fishing, and when I come back later I can continue to fish 2 rods over that and get some more bait. Basically, I don't want to go crazy, just a couple more bags. Yeah, I lost it then. My camera for some reason just died. It's not done that before. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Like I said, come back later. That's the plan of action. Obviously I'll touch base with you between now and leaving. It's time to wake up a little bit now, and then, like I said, sort all the stuff out this morning. See you guys in a bit. Right, well, I'm going to give it another 5 minutes or so, and then I'm going to make a move, reel the rods in, put them up against the bivvy, head to the factory, sort the orders, get some food, come back, and that is the plan of action. So I touch base with you, unless the rod goes and you see me before, I touch base with you when I'm back and getting them rods back out. I'll see you in a bit. Hey boss, I am back. Went up the factory and packed the orders that were needed to go out this morning. Popped to the bakery on the way home, way back here, sorry, and I'm back. I've put the rods back out. I'm fishing a zig on the left, and on the right hand rod I'm fishing underneath the willow, and I just dropped it with the pole, so I'm happy with that. Went down absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that's the update, and I just thought I'd let you know I'm back down here. I'm just going to sit back now and just watch the water and enjoy the day ahead. Oh, when I picked up some more, so I've got some fruit and nut chops, some more fruit and nut chops, and some OG fish chops. And what I've done is I've put a little scoop of that in over there, and that's what I dropped with an artificial, because I realised that something's playing about with our baits, our bottom baits, whether that be crays or something sucking the bottom of it, because they're being tampered with. So there's something going on there. I don't know where the rig is actually. And there it is here. You know, that there to me. Get in the comments down below, let me know what you think that is, guys. But I pulled all the end of the wafter off there. It was still on, that's how it come in, but a little bit worrying. So yeah, I've put an artificial on, and hopefully that will eliminate the problem, whatever it is playing about with it. Sweeten up. I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, I thought I'd just touch base with you really, but it's nothing really to update. Just coming up to 2 o'clock now, and I've been playing around that left hand rod, different depths, and about 20 minutes ago Theo had an absolute screamer, went over and he's caught a little roach again, or rudd, one of the two. And as he's over there dealing with that, I've got my bobbin's just dropped, completely dropped. I've got a single beep. I've looked at my line's gone slack, so I've pulled into it, and I've felt a little bit of resistance, and then it's literally I've just dropped the hook, or ejected it somehow, a little bit gutted. But what I've done is I flicked it back out, 100% happy. It was sort of 2 foot in front of where it should have been really. So what I've done is, literally a second ago, prior to picking this camera up now, I've literally put it 2 foot further, right on the end where I primarily see most of the fish show, just off the end. And last night there was loads showing about a rod length off that spot when Cory was here as well. So, and also there's nobody fishing that far bank now, par the guy in the corner. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the other side of the bridge over there. So that, hopefully the fish don't pull over there and just sit over there, which is likely to happen.
with no line pressure etc over there, but fingers crossed they sort of pull this way because the wind is trickling down this end. So sit back on our hands. Old Theo's over here next to me. Like you say, sit back, come on the carp, come on the nosses. Well, Corey's back and he is going to be having a go at my reel ready for next week and trying to see if he can fix it because it's all grinding at the moment. Just going to give it a little service. And rod's out. Like I said earlier, I haven't moved them. Same positions they were in, but what I have done, I say I haven't moved them, that's a lie. The left hand rod I have moved. I've moved the depth down another 6-7 inches again, just to see if I can find where they are and what level they're at. But nothing as of yet. But I'm sat back looking over. The wind's getting more and more aggressive, but it's going the right way. And hopefully it starts pushing them underneath that willow. Come on the carp. And hopefully this reel is as good as new in a minute.
Bits of pistachio, things like that.
Are you kidding me, mate? What is this? He goes, do you want a madabasha? what was it called?
A baklava.
A baklava. Yeah, I've had plenty of that. I don't need any more. And he pulls this out. Well, that's going to be interesting. Mate, I've got to say, this is up there with some of the best food I've had on the bank so far. I'll give you that. Wow. I think I've just met the new love of my life. These ones were absolutely naughty. Like nuts in there and that.
Nuts?
And like little sexy pastry parcels, mate. Look at them. Yeah, half a tin gone. Enjoying them, mate, eh? With a view. Come on the carp. What are you cooking there then, mate? What's for dinner tonight?
Oh, we've got some vegetables going in and we're having a bit of steak with some peppercorn sauce. Banging.
Happy days. Again, like I said earlier, guys, this man does not mess about and I'm looking forward to dinner. But I'm actually sat here at the moment playing about with rigs, getting ready for tonight, so that's where I'm at the moment. So after these bad boys earlier, so what's this then, mates? We've got fillet steaks as well, but you do not mess about, they're thick as well, man, aren't they?
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, lovely, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a busy day, mate, isn't it?
It has, yeah. Been up the factory.
Busy day.
Sorted out some orders.
We
got
did.
Those sent off,
we
so
did, mate.
good.
Smashed it.
And
Massive
now
help.
we've just,
Massive help.
Come back and we need some nosses now.
You know. Theo knows. It's just, yeah, it's not been ideal. Oh, there's my reels. You're probably thinking, what are they? Just got my reels back from a service. There's the invoice there. These are the guys that I used. Yeah, 107 quid there, £102. That's all free Shimano's, ready for not next week, the week after. I'm going hungry and I cannot wait. So they're top notch, ready. So hence why I said to you earlier I was using Cory's and Theo's. I got one of each there. But them reels there, I sent them off Tuesday. 2 days later they were done. So happy days. Time to finish off some bits and bobs. I need to get some foam. I need to find that. I can't find. There's the foam down there. Need to sort some rigs out. And like I said, enjoy the evening and hopefully we can make it happen tonight. One of us can, 30 would be unbelievable, wouldn't it, mate? If we could, nice tonight that. Plenty in here. So fingers crossed. Bait out. I've literally clipped a link on one of the OTT. So what I've done is, ignore that rig. What I've done is I've got a massive ball, probably about that big, something like that. Click my hook link on. Went over and dropped to the pole. So the left one, I'm going to continue fishing underneath that tree, and just to the right of that, which is the tree there, sort of just off the bush. What I've done is I've actually went out of the pole, pulled it behind me, and literally dropped it right in front. Then I've went over next to it, so as it's dropped, the foam's then come up. After this, pellets come up, and bearing in mind I filled up a scoop with half fruit and nut chops, and half fish chops. Drop the pole, seen obviously it come up, and then what I've done is then I've literally got my hand like that. And what I love about the chops is that you can squidge it and it goes into like little, like, and you can compress it enough to get a nice little bit going out. So what I've done is, to say for scenario's sake, here's my rig, I then throw out balls sort of all round this area. So you've got a lovely, so by the time it hits the bottom then it's almost like you're fishing spoms really, if you like, because by the time it hits the bottom and it sort of disperses, you can have a nice little pittering of bait. And I feel that there keeps them on the spot a lot longer than just putting a kilo of boilies out. So that's the science behind that, but let's see whether it works tonight, and fingers crossed, because it's been hard work so far. Don't get me wrong, we've had some bridges we've had to cross since we've been here with various different things going on, but yeah, nevertheless I'm looking forward to my steak dinner with Theo behind me now, and I'm going to sit back now, like I always say, lock onto the water and fingers crossed tonight it happens. And I'm showing you something absolutely ridiculous at the bottom of the net. I'll see you all soon, and I'll probably touch base when I'm chowing down on my steak and vegetables. Oh, mate, peppercorn sauce is that?
That's it.
I love peppercorn sauce, mate. It made it absolutely beautiful. Living the dream, mate. Look at that.
Happy days. Eat like kings.
Yeah, mate. Well, I've got to say, mate, I think that's probably one of the best ones I've had on the bank. Right, I'm going to tuck in, guys. I'm not going to record that. I'm going to sit back, enjoy with a view now, and tuck into this beautiful dinner. Thanks very much, mate. Well, the guy next door has gone. So here it is. Yeah, let me show you that swim. That is the swim. Lovely margin down there. If nobody's fishing it tonight, I could put a rod down there. Look at this. It's lovely down there. Very nice. There is a different angle. Flat calm out there. No ripple whatsoever on the top of the water. Yet earlier, it's a different kettle of fish. Yeah, but all along there, you can see where the water's dropped a little bit. Half a foot. I hope we nick a few tonight, I really do. I really, really do. Right, well the night's definitely coming in, but it's looking absolutely crazy out there, so sort of where a fish just keeps boshing in, see the little green, I'm just in front of that, and it keeps boshing and boshing and boshing. They're boshing out here, Rod's just out here. So I think I'm going to leave them for now, maybe set my alarm for early hours, and then sort of go from there. But for now I'm going to sit back and just sit on my hands, and hopefully, just hopefully, something picks one of them rods up. Touch base with you, hopefully very, very soon. 7:30, and it hasn't happened again. Caught a few liners last night, but nothing. Not a thing, mate. I can't believe it. I had a few liners, even got out of my bed and ran over to a rod. Sorry, I say that, I actually hit my left hand rod. Probably about an hour after I put the camera down. Bobbin pulled into it. Fish repeatedly showing over the left hand spot. I said to Theo, I said, do you mind if I pull a rod over to the left? So I did put one over the left. Nothing. It's not happened again. It's not happened again. I've had a couple of sessions now where this has happened, and yeah, lovely to get back down here and what have you with and see it again. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's definitely changed a lot since I've come up here last, and the lake has done 2 fish. Yesterday I found out it done a 35-pound common and another 30-pound common as well, so it done 2 30s yesterday, and they come out in the space of 10 minutes, the complete opposite under the end of the lake on the margin, and that's the only fish it's done in the last 48 hours. So excuse me. Is what it is. Is what it is. What you do. But I am going to start slowly packing down now. Lovely sleep. I'm going to slowly start packing down now, and I'm up the factory again today. I've got loads of bait to make and I've got loads of bits to do, so I'm going to literally give it another 45 minutes, slow pack down, put everything away nicely, leave it nice for the next person, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll definitely keep you posted before I leave. Yeah, it's very apparent they're on the top out there this morning, loads of them out the top. I said to Theo, you just come over. I said, how'd you get on? He said, yeah, woke up this morning at 6 o'clock, there's about 20 fish on top, all slurping, so, which was showing all out there. So I'd love to, yeah, there he is, just pointing at it now. He's coming up, taking stuff, and something down there as well. And also a lot of commotion over to this right, loads of fish in this bay last night. Loads of fish in this bay. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, right in front of us. Some vortexing going on. Definitely in them higher levels, 100% of fish. But yeah, it's definitely beat me this session, and a frustrated one at that, for sure. Like I said earlier, very. But, it's what it is. It's what it is. I'm looking forward to getting back tomorrow. Although I really appreciate Theo and Cory lending me rods, reels, etc. There's nothing like using your own rods and reels. There really isn't. So I'm looking forward to get playing about them next week. Yeah, look at him on top. Absolutely chewing away. He is sucking the top over there. There's another fish over the back there on the margin. There's another one right over the back there, past the ripple to the left. His head is out the water there now. I don't know if you can see it. Let me pull this in. You see that? And that is what they've been like all this morning, all over there. Again, poor, I'm going to zoom back out. Terrible video. But there is still time. There's always time. Bivvy's still up, slowly packing down. Nice clean bag there, ready to go, and just a few little bits now. My shopping list there of all my fishing bits on that I need to get for next week. And Bivvy is feeling quite sad for itself. Right, I'm going to shut up and I'll see you in a bit. It definitely did not go to plan this particular session. It is what it is, but I'm really happy because I'm looking forward to my session going into next week, which is going to be Coking Farm, which you're going to see a Coking Farm video. I'm on Oak Lake. I've never fished there before, so I'm sort of looking forward to that. I'm going there with Lewis and Josh Pack, 2 Parker Baits boys, and someone who have supported the brand, the business since day dot. So I appreciate that massively. See, I'm doing that next week till like Wednesday. I think we're there till Thursday. We're going to come off a day early. It's just got so much to do, and then Friday I leave next week for Euro Aqua, and that's it. I'm on my way there. I am absolutely buzzing for it. I know I keep waffling on, but this is something I've been waiting for months and months and months and months. So when you do have sessions like this at the back of my head, I'm thinking, don't worry Ben, you'll have the last laugh in a couple of weeks time. So yeah, so that there, I'm going to leave it at that and sort of finish the end of this video, guys. Again, apologies, it hasn't been an action-packed NOSA session, but if you do want to head down to Riverfarm, what you do is you type in Riverfarm Titchfield in Google. He's got a number on there. You give him a call. Basically, you ring up and you say to him, are the pegs available and when can I book on? And that is as simple as that, and that's how it works down there. I think it's £24 for 24 hours, and if you stay for 25, 26, it's £1 an hour for every extra hour you stay on. So I think that's absolutely brilliant, really. So there it is, guys, and like I said, that is this week's video. Hopefully you've liked it. If you have, give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward, and I'll see you same time next Sunday, 7:30. All the best, peace out.